Hi everyone, welcome to Learning by Doing with Praveen Kandan. This is Praveen. In this Java Object Oriented Programming playlist, we will learn OOPS concepts from the scratch. This is Java OOPS Programming session number 76, Interface, Rules and Java versions we will discuss today. If you are confident about learning, then like the video and subscribe to the channel for more update. Please click the bell icon and select all notification option. Don't choose personalized option, you may miss some session updates. Let's get started. In the previous session, you have discussed about the implementation of interface. So if you're using the interface, use the keyword interface here, nearby interface name. So these are the methods you have to declare it. After that, what are the methods you have declared? You have to implement. That's a mandatory on all. Any ATM must provide these services. Okay. So SBI I'm using, so that implements the ATM interface. So SBI ATM implements all the methods which is provided by the ATM interface. Next, client code. So how to create this means go back to the user.java. This is the main function. So left side I'm creating that interface name, uh, a reference variable equal to new child class name SBI ATM. Next on important thing. So we already faced a tight coupling problem before the abstraction. After using abstraction, we have sorted out that, but only same thing we are going to use in interface also. Okay, we are not going. There is a user or client is not depending only with the SB ATM. If new ATM is coming, no issues. If new ATM is coming, no issues. Client does not know SBM ATM technology. Client knows only the ATM interface. So what are the methods provided that is declared in the ATM interface that should be implemented by the new ATM also. No change in the client code. Okay. Tomorrow SBA or HDFC or ICC over is coming, no changes. See here. So we are using the HDFC ATM now. Bank has been changed. Assume that we are switching from SBI to HDFC ATM. Same method, insert card, enter pin, withdraw cash. In user, what I'm doing means instead of SBI ATM, only one change HDFC. Okay, that's it. From exiting this, now you can able to see that output. Wait, any issues with that? HDFC ATM.java, same class name I'm using. What's the problem with that? Can't resolve to your type. Wait, we'll check what is happening. Class, the same class. Okay, okay, sorry. This in the HDFC is present in that some other package. Okay, class. We can modify it. Okay, no issues. I'll copy it. I'll create one more class in interface package. Okay, previously we referred the abstract class package. So HDFC ATM here. It has been created. I'll delete these things. Here I'm going to extend ATM interface. ATM interface. This is what we have. I'm at ATM interface. Go to the user. This package.com. Super class must be a class. Oh yes, instead of extends, what you do, if it is abstract, you can use the extends keyword. Otherwise, use the implements. Okay, because you are using the interface now. Okay. Next, what's the error again? Implement the inherited print receipt. Can you able to see this? What all the methods we are declared, you have to implement here. So, what all the errors now you are getting? Implement that print receipt. Okay, print receipt function is missing here. So this is the advantage of using interface. If I forget to give any definition for that method, it will ask you to implement it. Otherwise, it will throw an error. Receipt printed by HDFC TM. Same thing I'm going to give it here also. Okay. So now the check the methods whether you are using the same method names or not. Okay, void insert card. We are getting so visibility can't reduce the visibility implements. Okay, we'll check what is happening. Same methods you are using. Am I insert card public void? Okay, that method is not public. So problems are solved. Here also the same issues. Inherited method from the ATM can't reduce the visibility of the inherited method. Yes, this HDFC ATM will used somewhere, am I right? So you have to give it in a public mode so anyone can access. That methods are public. Reason, okay, try to understand reason. Go to that user.java. I'll tell you, sorry, where is that ATM interface? Even if you're not giving anything, okay, even if you're not giving anything here, by default, it will be treated as a public abstract. So you have to use the access modifier as public. So if I'm not giving this public, this is the reason you are getting the error. Void withdraw. What is that? Implements withdraw cache can't reduce the visibility of the inherited method because what we have provided, even if you're not providing, what will happen? Public abstract will be provided by default. So here also you have to use the public access modifier only because you're going to override it. Am I right? You're going to override it. So what are the methods here declared already? You are going to use the same procedure. Void means void, public means public. Same procedure you have to follow it. No more changes. Now the problem is sorted out. So my ATM machine is now changed. Instead of SBI ATM, what I'm doing now? It's already SBI ATM is there. Now instead of SBI ATM, what I'm doing? HDFC ATM. Okay, only one change. So left side, that's why I'm using what is that? Parent class. Only parent class interface. Only right side is changed. Simple thing. Again, I'm not going to rebuild the code. Only changing this. Okay, only changing this HDFC here. Card insert in HDFC. PIN verified by HDFC, cash dispensed by HDFC, receipt printed by HDFC ATM. So this is the advantage. Client does not know SBI internal logic. It is not depending on anyone. Loose coupling. No change in the client code. So only we change the object creation alone. Client talks only through interface, not other classes. Client talks only because client is talking only with the user interacting with the interface only. Remaining, what all the methods provided by the interface, service providers SPR HDFC, they should provide it. Why interface is a contract means, okay, so client says I will use ATM only if it provide these services. Bank says I agree and I will implement all this method. This is a mutual contract. That contract is called as a interface. Clients need these services, so service provider should provide these services. So in between, it is going to act as a contract intermediate between the client and service provider. ATM interface is an agreement that tells what services an ATM must provide. User is the client. The ATM machine is the service provider. Okay. So it achieves 100% abstraction. It achieves multiple inheritance also. The forthcoming sessions will discuss how to implement multiple inheritance using this interface. Through class, it is not supported. Already we have discussed. It is achieving the loose coupling because this client code is depends on only the ATM interface, not other classes, concrete classes. So interface equal to simple thing, what to do, not how to do. Okay, only tell this thing you have to do. That's it. The syntax is interface, my interface name. That is interface name is the my interface name. Constant variable, even if you're declaring the variable by default will be treated as a public static final. Public static final. If you're simply declaring int pin number equal to 123 means, so after the compilation what will be treated as means, so public static final. So even if you are giving the message void insert card means after the compilation, what will treating public abstract. So variables in interface I told you, even if you're giving like this, after compilation, compiler converts it into public static final. You can't rewrite after this. Okay, you can't give like static final one. By default, it will be treated as a public static final. After this, you can't able to initialize like this. Okay, you can't able to modify it. Methods in interface Java version Java 7 and below. What will do means interface, if you are declaring, it will be converted. I literally know. So even if I am not giving this methods in a public abstract void, okay, public abstract, if I'm not giving, automatically it will be converted into public abstract. Java 7 and below versions, they will use like this. What will do means, here what we are doing, void show. So what is happening, public abstract void show is converted, public abstract void show is converted. Even if I am not giving this, it will be converted into public abstract void. But Java 8 introduced default and static methods. If you are giving this, okay, so the methods are treated as here public abstract, but default methods have the implementation. Default methods have the implementation. This implementation part is allowed here, but if you're using the abstract implementation detail is not possible. You can't able to define it. But here added to this Java 8, default methods can give their definition. Okay, usually in a below seventh version and all, 7 and below, it will not be supported. Only declaration is possible. Here, added to the declaration, you can define the default methods and static methods. Both are allowed. Which version? Java 8 and Java 9 plus private methods also they are giving the options. Okay, they can use the private method definition. But as usual, abstract method you can't able to define it. Okay, these are the new updates. So implementing an interface means you should use the annotation symbol. That's a good practice override and then define that method. What is that your declared show? You have to define it here. All abstract method must be implemented. All abstract methods must be implemented. Otherwise, class must be an abstract one. We already discussed in abstract class itself. Child class should implement the methods either it is abstract or interface. Otherwise, mark the child class as a abstract one. We already discussed this. Otherwise, class must be a abstract one. Common mistake many beginners what will do means they will try to create a object for the interface. Abstract class and the interface can't be instantiated. See here is an important interview question. If I'm giving the user instead of HDFC ATM, what I'm doing means I'm giving the ATM interface. See here, interface. It will throw an error. So read out this error. Can't instantiate the type ATM interface. You can't create an object for abstract class and interface. Please be clear with this. Okay. Correct way is upcasting. Left side you are giving the parent class interface name, right side child class name. So developer is the child class name, interface name is the test left side. Next session we'll discuss about the difference between interface and an abstract class. A quick overview about abstract class and interface. If you found this session useful, then like the video, please share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.